Gonna run it. It's Clark. And the Gamecocks keep the football on the move. How aggressive do you get on 1st and 10? Keep it on the ground. There's the handoff. And just a short gain this time. They're able to get him down.
Well, now this defense is in a perfect situation. You're creating an obvious passing situation for the offense, and you can get these pass rushers going. Get them out on the edge, let them get after the quarterback, and create havoc in the backfield.
2nd down after that run on the previous play. Press coverage now from the secondary. From the shotgun, here's an inside give. And he's tackled right at the 40-yard line.
Keeping the defense honest with the run game, always important. Plus, this offense is staying on schedule.
The offense now looking at a 3rd and short from their own 40, trying to keep this drive going. And the wideout goes in motion. They'll try to move the chains here on the ground. The Gamecocks pick up enough yards to keep this drive rolling.
Well, Chris, if you want to win in the playoffs, you've got to be a good 3rd down team. And here early in this game, they're able to get into 3rd and short and convert and move the chains. This is something to watch the rest of the game. Can they have 1st and 2nd down success and put them in position for an easy conversion?
And the Gamecocks are moving quickly down the field. Looking to dial up the pressure. Let's see if they bring the house. Caught behind the line. It's Bennett. They bring him down after a short gain there. Five-yard pickup on 1st down sets them up at 2nd and 5. A lot of play calling options here. And they'll try to pick it up on the ground. The junior able to bring him down quickly. Critical moment of this conference championship. 3rd and short on the 7th play of the drive. To the air, it's Sellers. Quick throw over the middle. Oh, that one's picked off. Could take it all the way. Brought down after the return, but a huge takeaway at this moment. So the Missouri offense heads back out onto the field. They were forced to punt last time. Can they get this offense going finally? Get some points out of this possession. They try the middle, but gain nothing on that play.
That's really solid defense, being gap sound here in their defensive front 7. And they're doing a great job against this run game. They knew that that was going to be a point of emphasis here today. They wanted to stop the run first, and they're doing that.
Second down play coming up. Off the play fake, looking to throw the football. Oh, the defense will knock him down. What's going to be the final play of the period. So as we reach the end of the first quarter, still scoreless. As we get lined up here for quarter number 2, we'll see if the offenses can get going. They didn't do much in the opening quarter. We begin the quarter with a crucial play. Offense setting up for this 3rd down. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Now a whistle. Timeout is called just before it would have been a delay of game. They'll have 2 more to work with here in the first half. So here comes 3rd and long. Giving up that sack has made this a real challenge for the offense. Back to pass. It's Simmons. Looking for a deep completion. And that's incomplete. They weren't afraid to let it fly, but it brings up a 4th down.
That is a poor decision by this quarterback. That's not the matchup that you want. The coverage is tight. Really should have been intercepted. I think the quarterback got away with that one. Sigh of relief from that offensive coordinator that that's not a turnover.
The Tigers will look to convert here on 4th down. Looking for a man. On the move now. Back-to-back deep shots. And he can't connect. The gamble doesn't pay off. That's going to be a turnover on downs for the offense. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Defense not pressing this time. Gets the ball off as he's hit, but it's incomplete.
Well, we knew this was going to be a key for this defense. They had to impact the quarterback, make him feel you in that pass rush, and they're able to get to him and hit him as he throws. That play right there, that'll pay dividends the rest of the game.
An incompletion makes it 2nd and 10. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt. Tackle finally made at the 37. It'll be 1st and 10 from there.
A big tight end who can run after the catch, Chris, that is every quarterback's dream. All you got to do is hit him in stride, and he does the rest. This guy is sensational.
Off the play fake, looking to throw on 1st down. He escapes the pocket. Quarterback looking to scramble. And the junior decides to pick up the 1st down himself.
When you talk with quarterbacks, and in particular quarterback coaches, coordinators, play callers, they'll tell you that the mark of a great player at this position is a guy that can pick up 2 to 4 1st downs with his legs. Sometimes it's not always going to be a quarterback run designed by the play, but the ability to improvise, get on the outside, and move those chains. What a beautiful job.
Defense gets him down, but they'll take the gain on that play.
Well, Chris, it's kind of like rinse and repeat on these sets of downs here. Quality run on 1st down, move the chains on 2nd and 3rd down, and stay on the field. This line is doing one heck of a job, in particular on 1st down.
Looking downfield, it's Sellers. Grab down the middle, it's Tuggle. Tackle is made at the 8-yard line. It'll be 1st and goal right there. They continue to feed their reliable wide receiver, Joe. He told us he came to this program to play for a championship, and he's got his opportunity here.
This has just been such a tremendous fit. You come in here, obviously this program wanted to target the wide receiver position and bring someone in to solidify the outside. Meanwhile, he wanted to come in and compete for a championship, get more opportunities and more targets. All of those things have happened. Man, this is tough sledding down here when you get into these goal-to-go situations, continuing to try to run the football. It is about movement and leverage. This offensive line has got to get low. They got to keep those legs moving, and these running backs, I tell you what, get behind your pads and get physical.
DB is looking to jam the receivers at the snap. Takes the handoff. It's Clark. And the defense smothers him for no gain.
Well, that's going to bring up 3rd and goal, and now this offense has a decision to make. Do you stay on the ground, or do you try to throw this ball into the end zone? I personally believe you got to understand, do you have 4 downs or not? If you don't, you need to throw the football. If you're willing to go for it on 4th down, this might be a time to try to hit him with another run.
Here's a run call on 3rd and goal. And he's not going to get there short of the 1st down. Riggs out 4th.
These are the decisions that decide games right here. Even in the second quarter, are you going to be aggressive and try to put this ball in the end zone, send your field goal unit on, try to secure the points? I've always thought that it's such a downer for an offense to send the field goal unit on when you get the ball to this point. I love going for it. But again, Chris, I'm an old quarterback. I'm always going to be aggressive.
Back to throw. It's Sellers. Touchdown, South Carolina. They go to the air to reach the end zone. So they'll try to add to the lead now with the PAT. And it's 7-0 after the PAT. Got momentum after scoring that touchdown. Now the kickoff team out there to kick it away. From inside the 15-yard line, bringing it out. They'll be tackled at the 18. That's good coverage there. So they begin the drive here in the final 3 minutes of the half. It's a run to the left. Now he's got space ahead. Solid gain there. Moves the ball out to the 32. And the Tigers hustle to the line to crank up the tempo.
That is way too easy. This defense has got to adjust on first down. You've got to get up there and stop the run. If you can just hand the football off on first down and get first downs, it's going to be a long day for the defense. This defense has got to play better up front, in particular on first down. This offense continues to just gain yards on first down, churning out 4, 5, 6 yards, and staying out of obvious passing situations. This defensive line has got to start winning their one-on-one blocks up front. This has always been a pet peeve of mine from a quarterback perspective, is these nondescript run plays against what is clearly a run-oriented defense. You've got to have the opportunity to go play action, create some sort of little RPO, give the decision to the quarterback and not just calling this on the sideline.
It's the 2-minute timeout of what's been a really competitive game so far. Chance for the offense to take the lead before the break. Can they keep this drive going? It's 4th down and 6. Scanning the field. It's Simmons. Makes the throw across the middle of the field. Pulls it in. It's Roberts. He'll be ruled down there, but a 4th down conversion with plenty to spare. Pre-snap motion from the receiver. Quick pass. Here comes a jet sweep. The gain is 4, so it's 2nd and 6. Offense operating at high tempo now. No huddle.
Well, we knew that they were going to try to get this wide receiver the ball in creative ways here in the run game. I really love this design, but the defense was also ready for it. If we know what's coming, certainly they do, and they were ready for that play.
The Gamecocks will spend the first of their 3 timeouts. Frustrating to spend that timeout after giving up first down yardage. This offense has gotten going at long last. It's another 1st and 10. Quarterback will throw it off the one-pass option. They'll crank up the tempo here with the clock ticking down. 2nd down. Offense looking to throw the ball. That's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact. No flag. Brings up 3rd down.
Really good timing from this secondary. The contact arrives right when the ball arrives, and it's able to dislodge it. Great job from them. Incomplete pass.
Important moment here in this championship game. 3rd down and short on the 9th play of the drive. Moving the receiver around pre-snap. Quarterback in the shotgun here on 3rd down. Deep shot toward the end zone. And it's picked off in the end zone. And that's going to be a safety. What just happened?
Chris, it goes from pure elation to absolute heartbreak. He makes the play for the interception. He just needs to go down for the touchback. But he brings it out, then goes back into the end zone, and now it's a safety.
And the first play of the drive now set up at the 27. Here comes a handoff. Tackle made at the 37. That's a solid gain. The Tigers come to the line looking to crank up the tempo.
Chris, you're supposed to build a defense front to back and inside out. None of that happens here. This offense hits them right down the middle. That is way too easy. They're going to have to change.
Looking to make a big play downfield. Tried to press the ball deep, but it's incomplete.
It really comes down to rhythm, Chris. And right now, it just doesn't feel like the quarterback is in rhythm. Listen, it's there. They can complete this ball, but again, just not on the same page.
From the shotgun, handoff inside. The gain is 8 yards, so it sets up a 3rd and 2. Timeout taken by Missouri, their second. They still have one more in their pocket for the rest of the half.
Yeah, Chris, I like this play right here because after a 2nd and 10, what you want is just a manageable 3rd down. I've always thought, like, hey, get half of this back, create a 3rd down that's more manageable for the play caller and for the quarterback, and that's exactly what they've done here.
He's running out of time here. The pass is off target. He got hit as he threw as the 3rd down pressure worked.
What a great job by this pass rush. On 3rd down, they're able to get pressure on the quarterback and contact him as he throws. That contact, it produces an incompletion. Now it's 4th down.
The offense stays on the field. The coach is going to go for it on 4th and 2 in his own territory. Dropping back, it's Simmons. That pass is caught. He'll be ruled down, but has enough for a 1st down with plenty to spare. And the final timeout called by the Tigers. And that's all they've got remaining here in the first half. Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 coming up. And he drops back in the gun. Quick throw, testing the middle. Incomplete. They cannot connect on the deep ball.
When we talked with the coaches, they said this was their concern. Their offensive line trying to hold up against this pass rush. And here, right away, they've got the quarterback under duress.
After the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 42. And the quarterback drops back, looking for an open man. Taking a shot deep toward the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers! An explosive play to the end zone. They're set now to try the PAT. Extra point makes it a 2-point lead. So an important touchdown just before halftime. Not much time for the opposing offense to try to answer before the break. It's a squib kick, fielded by one of the up men. They get him down at the 33 after a solid return. So not much time left before halftime as they begin this possession here. Can they make something happen? The secondary backed up off the ball now. One back in the backfield, and he'll get the carry. He's past the marker and still going. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just 1 or 2 plays here before halftime. Looks like one more play here before halftime. On first down, it's play action. And the pass ball is incomplete. No time left on the first half clock. And the Tigers will kick this deep to begin the second half. And a misfire there on the kickoff as it goes out of bounds. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. The shotgun running play call. And the sophomore able to bring him down quickly.
These run plays don't look like much, but I'm telling you they are vital to keep them on schedule, create those short yardage second and third down opportunities.
Second down after that run on the previous play. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside give. Going absolutely nowhere. That would be a loss of the play.
Chris, somebody needs to tell this quarterback that there is a P in the RPO. That's clearly a pass read. He gives it to the back, and they're all over it. The defense was swarming in the backfield for a loss.
To throw, it's Sellers. Looking for his big tight end. Caught over the middle. It's Hunt.
That is such an important conversion to keep your offense on the field. They're trying to execute this comeback here in the second half. They need points. They need it in a hurry. That's a good job of moving the chains on third down.
A new set of downs after that completion. First down, looking to throw the football. Hit as he releases it, and the pass ball is incomplete. So second down and 10 now from the 43 after the incompletion. And he's back to throw again after that incompletion on first down. Grab down the middle. It's Bennett. They finally make the tackle, but a huge gain down to the 15. The Gamecocks pick up enough yardage to move the sticks. He'll hand it off. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Chris, it seems like the quarterback made up his mind before the snap. This has got to be a post-snap read. To me, this is a pass read all day long. He gives it to the back, and they don't gain any yards.
Coming to the line on second down. This is important. They want to avoid a third and long. Looking to throw. It's Sellers. Oh, it's picked off. What a play. He could go. Oh, he's bringing it back. Inside the 40. They'll finally bring him down, but what a play. The takeaway and a huge gain on the return. Here comes the Tigers offense back out there. Which offense can get it going first? This one has been a struggle so far. looking for a gap. It's Roberts. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
I think the mark of a great defense is not just a defense that can get off the field and create stops, but it's also a defense that builds into those stops. For me, it's negative yardage plays. When you can go out there and create a loss, a tackle for loss, now you're really doing something. They're able to do that right here.
Quickly behind the sticks here after the loss. 2nd down and 11. And there's the handoff. And that's a solid gain before the defense able to bring him down. They're backed up here trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the 1st down. Fires it to the wideout. What a catch! Tackle right after the catch, but they'll spot the ball down at the 15. And we go back to the weapon who's been so reliable and effective today. He's one of the guys that's helped them build a lead. Now, Joel, they go to him trying to secure it.
And, Chris, he's just so reliable. You can tell that the quarterback has full trust that he knows exactly where this player is going to be, that he's going to be open, and that he's going to catch the football. When you have a guy like that you rely on the outside, you can ride that to a victory.
Catch made on the out route. And the runner scoots out of bounds after gaining some decent yardage.
Yeah, I love the timing here of this out route. Chris, this ball has got to be thrown before the wide receiver breaks. The quarterback understands that, and that's what he sees. It's also imperative that he knows that he's got off coverage from that corner. That corner needs to have what's called deep responsibility. If he does, it's considered free access, and all you need to do is throw that ball on time, which he does for the completion. Chris, this is a great example of how to defend the RPO from a defensive perspective. Number one, your secondary player has to stay home and defend the pass. Then you've got to get off blocks up front and win your one-on-ones. If you can do that as a front 7, you can stop the run without the help of that secondary, and you can shut down the RPO.
Looking for 6. He was looking for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
This is a difficult spot to throw the ball from. You're inside of the 10. You know the windows are going to be tight. Unless your timing is perfect, usually those windows are going to be too tight. And here, this is just thrown into cover.
So it sets up a 2nd and goal from the 4. On the ground, it's Roberts. Stopped right there at the line, no gain.
As the field condenses in the red zone, it becomes so difficult to run the football, and I think it becomes even more difficult to do it out of the shotgun. Because remember, you need space, you need to put the defense in conflict, and if you're not able to do that, then you need extra blockers. You need the tight end, you need the fullback, and you need to get downhill. You can't really do that out of the shotgun.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. But they don't connect. It's incomplete, and it brings up 4th down.
Chris, I think he just took his eyes off it, trying to get that run after the catch, because they throw this short of the goal line. It's 3rd and goal, and he's got to run for it. I think he just peeks up at the defense, trying to find where his route, his lane is in a run after the catch situation. I think that's what led to the drop.
They keep the kicker on the sidelines. It's 4th down from the 4. They're going for it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Mizzou. Caught in the end zone. They throw for the score.
It is really tough to defend an offense that is playing this well. Their timing and spacing has been exquisite. The quarterback is seeing the defense really well, and here he threads the needle for a touchdown.
So after putting up the touchdown, the kickoff team is out there to boot it away. Not an ideal kickoff as it heads out of bounds. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. He'll hand it off. It's a nice wrap up there by the junior.
Stopping the run is about being sound fundamentally and schematically. You got to be where you're supposed to be in your gap, but then you got to fight. And this defense is fighting off blocks, making tackles. They're doing a really nice job.
Offense getting set. It's second down. Caught in the backfield. It's Harbor. He's in the clear. He heads out of bounds, but he's inside the 20 now. An explosive play for this passing game, and now, Joel, they're suddenly set up in the red zone.
Chris, they've got to capitalize on this drive. Now they've got an opportunity. Got to put this ball into the end zone. Remember, as a quarterback, you got to think touchdown, check down. Be aggressive with the football down the field. But if it's not there, check it down and continue to move forward. You got to be safe with this ball, not put it in harm's way.
And he's shoved out of bounds with the defense short of the first down marker. Short gain makes it second and long. It's tough against a defense like this. It's a bootleg looking to throw. Moves out of the pocket. The receiver makes the catch. Oh, he fought hard there, broke a tackle, but brought down short of the sticks. And it's Missouri with the lead here. We've reached the end of 3. Time is running out to cut into the lead. Let's take a look at the game sets before we move on. Now we're set to start the final quarter of play here. First play of the quarter is a crucial one. Offense trying to convert this third down. Try and muscle for the first down. He's going to lose ground on the run, and now it brings up fourth down.
This is exactly what pops up on film in preparing for this defense. His recognition, getting into the backfield, stopping plays before they ever get started. Look how fast he recognizes what's going on, and then his instincts to go make the tackle.
Knocks that one right down the middle.
It's a nice job capping off that drive with points, and that kick was beautiful. Right down the middle. Some serious confidence for this kicker going forward.
So after the field goal, the kicker out there again to boot it away. So no return here. He takes a knee in the end zone, and they'll begin the drive at the 25. Here comes the Missouri offense back out on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Makes the catch for the defense, breaks in the ball, and it's a short gain.
Oh, that's a really good job by the defense. Being gap sound, there's nowhere to go for this running back because of the fundamental football being played on the opposite side. This defense is where they need to be, and then they're making the tackle. Really good job defensively.
Offense comes up 2nd and 8. That running game not producing much on the first down play. Offense moving receivers around now before the snap. Off the RPO, caught to the right. They bring him down just short of the marker, inches away from a first down. Offense moving closer to the line to gain after that catch. The running back here in a direct snap. Makes the first down, but pays a price. Big hit there at the end. They continue to lean on the running back. He's had a solid game. And when you're ahead on the scoreboard, Joe, you'll love to be able to just turn and hand the ball off to a guy like this.
Well, Chris, this is certainly their DNA as a program. You're going to try to ride those body blows that you had early in this game to more sustained success later in the game. Look for them to continue to lean into this run game. And as we've seen in previous weeks, that's when they really start chewing up the yardage.
Missouri getting set with a 1st and 10 now. Pounding away with the run game. Tackle up near midfield at the 48.
Well, that's exactly what you want to see as an offensive play caller, is your guys up front winning the line of scrimmage here late in this game, 4th quarter, and able to run the football on 1st down. That's just beautiful stuff up front.
Second down after that run on the previous play. They'll hand it off. They stop him, but it's a 1st down.
These are the type of run plays that can build into future success. I know it doesn't look like much, right? It's 2nd down, you move the chains, that's all great. But that's the exact type of run that you can play off of later in the game, get to play action pass, and get those safeties down near the line of scrimmage.
Gamecocks will spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They still have 2 more to work with here in the final quarter. This Missouri offense is moving quickly down the field. Oh, it's snapped to the back. And it'll be Smolder right at the line for no gain.
Boy, really good job by this defense. Look at him just swarm the ball carrier. He's got nowhere to go. It's just really a no-chance carry for the ball carrier. And a great tackle in the backfield.
Offense behind the 6 now on 2nd and 11 after the 1-yard loss. Grab behind the line. It's Lee. They bring him down quickly. A short pitch and catch to get a little bit closer to the marker. Timeout called by South Carolina. That's their 2nd. They've got 1 more timeout to use now. One of those critical 3rd down plays coming up. On the ground, it's Roberts. And we're able to move the sticks. Set up now, 1st down at the 34.
For an offense, it's always important to stay ahead of the chains, and that's how you convert on 3rd down. So a nice pickup there for the offense.
Closing in on a conference championship, this offense trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. Quick throw, the catch is made. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
That is a perfect start to this drive for this quarterback. He's 3 for 3, and now he needs to start locating those wide receivers that are down the field. Find the seams in this defense and push it into scoring territory.
Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. Handoff from the shotgun. They get him down, but that first down will be decisive and give us our new conference champs. And the Gamecocks now take a timeout. That is their final one. Not ideal. You give up first down yardage, then have to burn a timeout. Offense comes up trying to grind down the clock and secure the W. And it's incomplete on a very quick throw. Time winding down. This offense comes to the line trying to bleed out the clock. An inside give now from the shotgun. Well, they make the tackle, but the game moves the ball to the 6. First and goal. A late touchdown here would just about secure the victory. And the quarterback just takes a knee. Winning a conference championship in a league this strong clearly is one of the preseason goals for this team. And you can tell by the way they're celebrating. But Joel, now they're going to wait and see what their path to a national...